All right. Okay. Education versus black hair. Um, this really affects the girls more than it does the guys. But there were stories last week about a guy getting kicked out of school because he has dreads. Now I've seen this. My hair, my stylist. I got that Lou Gossett fade. That Michael Jordan Caesar. But um, it's funny because people don't look at small things like this as a big problem, but they're a huge problem. You're trying to tell kids that they can't learn because they have what God gave them. I got hair different from yours, so because it's different from yours and I style it differently, I'm unworthy of reading books and getting an education. See, that's a problem. It's defiant to not assimilate and want. That's what this is about. You need to be closest to white and to make me comfortable enough to teach you. Teach me what? I can learn math without having to and keep my dreads. I can learn science with an afro. You get what I'm saying? I can uh, 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 experiment with chemistry and biology with braids or a flat top. Yeah, it's not a big problem. See, I, you need a perm. You need to cut that off because it makes me uncomfortable that you look different. There's bullying children, which is part of the problem with the educational system. Why I said this is to a degree why some of our girls are so mentally fucked up because they taught them from an early age. See, boys could go through it. I'm gonna tell you why guys could do it for the most part. We generate more money for the schools. See, them dreads and braids and the flat tops, they don't necessarily matter when you pack in the house come game night. When people are accustomed to you being on the chess team, the physics team, and you doing things that are extraordinary, but every year you see black kids somewhere doing something extraordinary, and people, oh my God, I can't believe it. How you can't believe it's something that you see every day? That's insanity to me. Kids doing great things, because they got a certain color, you can't believe it. Even though you see the same, well, different kids of the same race do the same thing repeatedly. Now, that's the one thing about education, but it spills over into the job realm. We know the hustle. Say, dog, don't when you first get in the door, and then be yourself. You know, Me personally, I didn't like a lot of hair. That's why I cut my hair off in high school. It had nothing to do with the school rules, but I had homeboys who couldn't. Don't wear. You can't wear braids. You're like, man, shut the fuck up. Teach the class English. Shut up. Because teachers will be more concerned with that looks threatening to me. The girls had a problem. That's why you had girls in grade school and high school wearing weaves and perms, because all of a sudden, what they do to girls is different. You're not pretty. And and sisters, y'all got a bigger problem with this, because you know that it's an imposed rule by white people, but you impose the rule on each other. Like, you got an afro, that's nasty. You got dreadlocks, you nasty. That's bright. You cut your hair. You ain't got this nice Brazilian. You ain't got no perm. You ain't put no highlights. You ain't turned it blind. And then when guys say, man, look, I like it like that. No, you don't. Okay. So, you know, we got to get comfortable with that. But it's the same thing when you go out into the work environment. Think about it. You can't walk into an institution without being looked at negatively with your God-given features and hair. I'm just talking about hair, really. In a style that you like, that looks good on you. But you can completely chemically change and color or put a wig on or weave in that's completely not you and be acceptable. What I mean by that is you can put a blonde wig on and go to work. You can put a brunette perm in your head. You get what I'm saying? You can put Asian or Malaysian hair, sew it into yours, and go to work. And you're acceptable because of that. Even though that doesn't look right. And I'm explaining something to you. Even guys do this. I've seen as crazy as this shit seems, because it's one of the most disgusting things I see in my life. I see more and more guys with a goatee and a fucking perm or a wig or some shit. That is the most disgust. That is fucking stupid. But that's a whole nother story. But you can't function in this society unless you assimilate. And women, I feel for women in this scenario because they're more stuck because of this. Two things. This is part of the reason why I made a video a while back saying black women feminism is not your friend. They won't accept your kids if they don't have a certain hairstyle. And I'm not even talking about the boys, I'm talking about the girls. We all together, girl. Women are together. But fuck that little girl, because she ain't got a perm. That's basically goes. And then you in turn say, fuck that little girl, I'm going to perm her head so she could be acceptable for you. Because we together. You don't use that logic, flipping it around. Now the other thing is this. How is it that, what is it about the hair that scares people? See what I'm saying? Because I think ultimately, as far as the hair kind of signifies whether you accept the culture or not to them. It has some subconscious meaning for them. For us, it's just it's hair. You know. But that's a whole another different thing, man. I'm out.